What's up, wrestling fans, trading card collectors? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Cards. Today I want to do a quick preview video of our upcoming top 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all times list. So just a quick refresher, I will be releasing a series of 5 videos, each video containing 5 cards that we'll look at. And these will be counting down from 25 to number 1. These will be the 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all time, as voted on by you, the community, the viewers of the Wrestling with Cards channel, and pretty much anywhere. And again, just a peek behind the curtain on how I did this. I recorded a podcast about it. I talked about it on Twitter. I talked about it on all social platforms. So hey, if you missed it, next time around, maybe not next time around, maybe you should get involved right now. Become more a part of the community if you want to be involved in this sort of thing. But anyway, I took votes from all over the place. People in sports cards, people in the wrestling card community. Anybody that had an interest or collects wrestling cards, they were involved with us. And what they did is, I took all of those people, they sent in their top 25 wrestling cards of all time, according to them. I took all of those votes, tallied them up all together, and came up with the top 25. So hypothetically, somebody gets 5 votes, okay? So then somebody that gets 7 votes, they go in above that, and so on, until we built out this list of the top 25. Also, just for transparency's sake, I did abstain from voting. That's right, I know I probably have an opinion like most everybody, but I just wanted to get a true community grasp on this with my biases taken out. That being said, there was a lot of surprises along the way. Yeah, there were a few that you would expect, and I'm sure that will come to pass as you see this list unfold. But a lot of surprises. I can't wait to unveil these. So you're not going to want to miss this video series and the next videos coming out in the upcoming weeks. But also today, I wanted to touch on a few cards that just didn't quite make the list. So here's a few honorable mention cards, and I'd like to hear from you. Are you shocked these did not make the list? Hang tight, we'll get back to that. Let's jump into these honorable mention cards. 1973 Victory Sports Wrestling Annual Magazine Hand Cut Andre the Giant. This is a card that I really started seeing a lot of people gravitating to during the pandemic. And I know, people have been collecting it far before that, but it just seemed like it was in more people's eyes. Like, everybody knew the 82, and most people know the 87 tops. Those are kind of two famous Andre cards. But then this one started showing up, and a lot of people started gravitating to it, grading it, selling it, finding it in, their attic or old collections or whatever. And I personally have really started coming around to these oversized cards and collectibles of sorts, like the LJN cards that you can cut out of the back of the figures. Like, that kind of stuff I think is really starting to, percolate into collectors' minds. Like, you can see the display stuff back here. It's bigger than cards. And I think that's kind of the thing I'm coming around to, is that they display really well. And while I'm not the Andre the Giant card expert, or an expert on anything, there's a lot of the people out there claiming to be experts. I'm not one of them. But I think this may be one of his earliest cards, examples of a card that came out. According to WrestlingTradingCards.com, the only thing I could find out was the 1970 Boyd Pierce cards, which I've seen those. And they're really cool, but do people count those as cards? Hey, this Andre hand cut, some people don't consider that as being a card. Does it count as a true rookie? It's not pack pulled. I don't know. But either way, this one just missed the cut for the top 25 most iconic cards. 1998 Topps WCW NWO Series 1 Hollywood Hogan autograph. This one, as an honorable mention, shocked. Not only did I expect this card to be on the list, I fully expected it to be like in the top 10. This card is pretty much known by every wrestling card collector out there, whether you collect Hogan or even like Hogan. This card and this set have become like wrestling card lore and legend at this point. The mystique around it, why he signed the way he did he actually sign these, blah, blah, blah. This set has just got all of this story behind it. We've seen examples of this sign just signed HH. We've seen examples signed Hollywood Hogan, Hulk Hogan. Some of these are signed on the front. We've seen a few signed on the back. And who knows what also may be out there that none of us have seen yet. Maybe one of them is just signed Brother, or just signed Vitamins. I don't know. But either way, this is a great card that is in a set that just continues to gain popularity. The collectors seem to love this entire set, no matter who's in it. And the stories and the information that we find out about these cards continues to grow by the day, it seems. But again, if this card didn't make the top 25, what did? You're going to have to stick around next week to find out. But let's jump into some more honorable mentions. 1985 Topps card number 7, Roddy Piper. It's a great looking card, but in my opinion, I'm kind of shocked that it even made it onto the honorable mention list. I didn't think it would make it anywhere on these lists. But apparently, people love Piper. And again, nothing against him. He's truly a legend. I have plenty of great memories watching Piper, and I love the look of this card. But when I think of all the wrestling cards out there that people clamor for and say, this is my grail, when I'm thinking of this card, generally doesn't pop up, but people love it. That classic 85 Topps design, awesome image of Roddy being Roddy, also considered by many to be a true rookie card of him since this came out of packs and it's in the first official WWF product. 1985 OPC Series 2, number 56. Those are the biggest feet I've ever seen, which has Vince McMahon and Hogan on it. I love this card, and I've actually seen a real groundswell for around this card in the past, I don't know, year or so. And I think that's because a lot of people are considering this the Vince McMahon rookie card. Now, I'm not going to get into that whole debate because I really don't care. I just think this is a great card. Again, the first official year of WWF products, be it in Topps or OPC, still the first year, and still features two of the biggest names in wrestling history, Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, first year product, on the same card. You gotta love it. When I look at this card, with these two icons on it, with the TV set border on the card, and with it seemingly looking like a TV set, I believe this was like a talk show segment that they did. This sends me right back to watching 80s and 90s wrestling on my little TV in my room. Overall, just full of nostalgia, great, fantastic card. 1981 Poppy Hulk Hogan figure card. Poppy? I don't know how you guys say it. Let me know in the comments how you actually pronounce this. But wow, another shocker. How did this not make the list? A short printed card found in action figure products. These cards are rare and they do come with a big time premium. But why didn't it make the list? That's what I want to know. Now, do I own this card? Am I saying that because I'm trying to pump it up? No, I don't own this card, but I've always seen it, always thought it was awesome. Especially the signed ones out there. That is always that extra little touch to add to rarity on top of that. Ultimately, I think this may be one of those cases that you just got to rack up to. Just because something is rare and just because something has a premium with it, maybe that doesn't necessarily mean that it's iconic when it comes to the collecting community. Well, there you have it. A quick rundown of what's to come over the next month or so on this channel and counting down this list, what you can expect, and talking about a few of the cards that just missed the cut of making this list. I want to take a second to thank each and every one of you who participated in this project. I know it probably took a lot to put together a list of 25, and it probably took even more time on my part to kind of get it all together and, sort it out and see who's the best and who missed the cut. But with the community really coming together to vote on all of these, we really do have a definitive list of what people view as the top 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all time. No biases, no pump and dump, no opinions, no shilling. Just the overall cumulative list. I hope you guys enjoyed today's videos, and I hope you're pumped for the next videos that are coming out. I hope this list was a lot of fun to put together, and it's a lot of fun talking about these as they, are dropped, and I can't wait to see the controversy that comes up with them. If you are also pumped up for this list of the top 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all time, and these videos coming out, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of those. Tell a friend about them. Let's get a lot of people watching these. Give me a like if you got some value out of this video today, and if you voted, hey, what did you vote on? Or did you miss the cut? Maybe you missed the cut, but you have some opinions. Make sure to leave comments below in this video on what you think of this project, what you think of these cards specifically, or just anything else you have opinions about the top 25 most iconic wrestling cards of all time. Sharing and being part of the community and being interactive is the best way we can grow everything, and the more people we get into the hobby, the better. And the more fun it is, the more interactions we can have. And the more fun things like this project we can do when we get a lot of people participating. Participating keyword. So again, make sure to check the links in the show notes below for all the ways you can help show your support. And until next time, where we start the countdown. Cards number 25 through 21, next week right here on this channel. In the meantime, click the videos on the screen for all the great wrestling card content that we've got in the archives of the channel here. See ya.